Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well, good evening. I never thought I would be addressing a crowd for National Honor Society on the stadium like this, but we felt it was more important to be together and celebrate this moment and have all of you here with us than have a student-only ceremony inside. So bundle up. It's like a December football game, and we should be out in less than an hour. So good evening. I want to thank Hannah Zhang, our pianist this evening. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank our officers who are seated here behind me, who will be shortly leading our ceremony. This is a student-led ceremony tonight, so as soon as we hand off the mic, our student leaders will be taking care of the ceremony from top to bottom. I'd like to thank our NHS advisor, Rachel Reevy, for her leadership, and to our faculty council for their work through the selection process. So this really is one of our finest evenings where we have an opportunity to recognize tonight 222 students who will be inducted into our chapter of the National Honor Society. This is our largest inductee class that we've had to date, and it's not because they're the largest class, it's because we've had so many students rise to the level of distinction. So what you'll see tonight as we call the students' names is those students who have excelled to the level that have met all four pillars of character, leadership, service, and this one? Thank you. Service. So this is just an exciting evening for us to celebrate. Feel free to stand up and move around if you start to get chilly, because as I said, we should be no more than an hour as we go top to bottom. Before we begin, I'd like to just take a moment to honor our students and congratulate you. You've passed your first test. You processed onto the field, and your second test will be, can you get up to the podium in the order that we and the way that we practiced? I have all the confidence. I told them they're going to be ready for graduation. So students, I just want to congratulate you on not only tonight's honor, but all of the work and the culmination that this means for your time in Conestoga in either 11 or 12 years that you've been here. Tonight we're inducting both juniors and seniors into the National Honor Society who have met the standards. So please join me in congratulating our students, and it's my pleasure to introduce our president, Audrey Solomon.
Hello, everyone. My name is Audrey Solomon, and I am the current president of the National Honor Society here at Conestoga. NHS holds 4 fundamental values, each upholding one of our 4 pillars: leadership, scholarship, service, and character. As members of the society, it is our duty to uphold these core values. Today, I will be acknowledging your dedication to leadership. One misconception about leadership is that only some individuals have the power to become great leaders. This is not true. Everyone has the power within them to become a great leader. And in reality, it is the leadership we demonstrate in our everyday lives that makes the most difference. It is the ability to take ownership of our actions in our community and set an example of both dignity and humility for our peers. Leadership entails not only personalized creative thinking to offer new solutions to difficult problems, but also the ability to sit back and listen to your peers and their new perspective. It's making sure your peers feel as comfortable and confident around you by giving them your full attention and making sure they feel completely heard before addressing their concerns. It's being the bigger person and seeing the bigger picture. It is the power each and every one of you possesses. You are all here today because we recognize the leaders you are today and every day. As new members of the National Honor Society, it is your duty to uphold these core values and set a prime example for your peers. Do not view this as a burden, but as the responsibility of being leaders of your community. As Jack Welch, former chairman and CEO of General Electric, once said, "Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others." Each and every one of you has taken this first step in finding success by finding the leader within yourself, and now the time has come to continue your journey and inspire and lead others. By sitting here today as newly inducted members of the National Honor Society, you each have the opportunity to set an example, to empower others, and to make a difference. Congratulations, everyone. You should all be so proud of the leaders you have become.
Hello, National Honor Society inductees and families. My name is Jack Dirks, and I am the NHS Secretary for the 2021-2022 school year. Service is one of the four pillars of NHS, and when compared to some of the other pillars, it may feel a bit daunting. Many of us are accustomed to doing well in school, raising our hands during class, or being a leader in another club, but how often do we serve others? We tend to think of service as this big ordeal, needing to go out of our way, scheduling time out of our days to volunteer, or that we need to do something big in order to help those in our communities. But it really doesn't need to be. Service can just be mowing the lawn, or helping a friend with homework, or driving a friend somewhere. If we all do enough of the little things, we can change the world just as effectively. As you enter NHS and think about service, I invite you to take the time to do the little things for your classmates, families, and communities. Help a friend with their homework if they're having a hard time with it. Hold the door open for someone you may not know. Talk to someone you don't usually talk to. Volunteer somewhere new and interesting. This year will present you with so many opportunities, from tutoring your classmates to helping local volunteer organizations and everything in between. This variety allows you to find wherever you're comfortable and help out as often as you can. We must continue to find our place in the world and make a positive change. President Barack Obama once said that change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the change that we seek. This year, let's be the change. Let's serve others in as many ways, both big and small, as we can.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ainsley Payne, and I'm the current treasurer of National Honor Society. To start this off, I just wanted to congratulate everyone here. It's an incredible honor to be a part of Conestoga's National Honor Society. Each one of you has earned this spot through your leadership, through your kindness, and incredible work ethic. Because of these traits, Conestoga has chosen you to take on the responsibility to be a role model for your peers. One of the best ways to go about this is to maintain good character. When I was brainstorming what I would say for this speech and what my own definition of character was, the first ideas that really rushed into my head were probably what you all think about when you hear the word character. You know, being respectful and considerate to others, upholding your academic honesty, and maintaining a peaceful temperament. While these are important qualities to preserve, your character runs much deeper than just these broad ideas. Each one of you sitting here exhibits these traits, and I would even go as far to say that the aforementioned qualities are just the baseline for National Honor Society's expectation of your character. You must go further. Being a part of National Honor Society isn't just about maintaining these large aspects of character, but challenging yourself to improve it every day through small actions of selflessness. This can be done in so many different ways. You can help your parents around the house, or help a friend through a difficult assignment, or even offer to pay for someone's lunch or Starbucks, or hold a door open for a peer. All these actions can make someone's day brighter. This is how you uphold good character. You take selfless actions to uplift others. So I invite you to think about how you can exhibit good character and how you can maintain your integrity and inspire others in this process. And I thank you for taking on this incredible honor to share your character with our school and continue the National Honor Society tradition of being role models to your peers.
Hello everyone, my name is Shale, and I'm the current Vice President of NHS. Before I start, I would like to congratulate and welcome all of you to Conestoga's chapter of the National Honor Society. To get to this point, you've all demonstrated exceptional academic abilities and the persistence necessary to garner tangible results. Scholarship is the pillar I will be talking about today. As you all know, there's no simple definition of scholarship. There exists no minimum grade, test score, nor achievement. Scholarship is not about being the best either. Instead, it is about fulfilling your potential. It is a commitment to learning and growing. It is making the most of the educational opportunities provided. It is challenging not only yourself, but others as well, to be better than you were the day before. Part of scholarship is attaining and holding the understanding of new information and knowledge in a particular discipline. However, more than that, it is the integration of knowledge across different domains to gain an interdisciplinary understanding. And ultimately, it is the application of these interpretations to solve everyday challenges to advance humanity. I would argue that the most integral facet of scholarship is teaching others, because as Aristotle put it, teaching is the highest form of understanding. As you all continue to learn and grow as new NHS members, I encourage you to serve as role models to students around you. If you volunteer tutoring, helping others with homework, or simply giving advice, you can make a difference. And lastly, I challenge you to not rest on this laurel, to not see this as the end, but rather the beginning of lives propelled by the insatiable thirst for knowledge, learning, and self-betterment. Thank you.
I would ask the inductees to please rise. Repeat after me. I state your name. Pledge to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Please be seated.
This time, I invite Assistant Principal Mr. Jamie Banker to begin our roll call.
Saj Agarwala. Sanyam Ujitab. Jackson Alexander. Sabrina Alperin. Sina Aminsanahi. Louisa Andruzzi. Scott Angelides. Sam Armstrong. Yasthika Ashokumar. Stuti Atri. Christina Beck. William Balk. Lindsay Barber. Andrew Bennett. Lauren Benzinger. Ava Blashiski. Madeline Bonus. Olivia Braswell. Dermot Bro. Dahlia Broberg. Sophia Brubaker. Delaney Burns. Abby Corella. Lauren Karen. Kiera Celebuski. Amber Chang. Frida Chavero Diaz. Vivek Chalor. Eileen Chen. Cherise Chetiar. Isabella Cho. Lucas Choi. Shiwan Choi. Moise Chamalawala. Noah Chong. Anushka Chopra. Jacqueline Chow. Will Christman. Alexis Costas. Luca Crow. Peter Detweiler. Alvin Dong. Aditya Dora. Paul Doyle. Thomas Duffy. Thomas Dunlap. Shivesh Deveti. Jayla Eon. Naomi Furman. Ishan Gaikwad. Emma Galiff. Alexander Gann. Asha Ganasan. Anish Garamidi. Amanda Gauthier. Robert Gay. Devlin Garrity. Shreya Gomatam. Ewan Gong. Ryan Gao. Cam Hajiliadis. Ima Hamid. Mia Hamilton. Matt Hahn. Marla Hawk. Natalie Haratz. Julia Harris. Brian Harity. Margaret Hawkins. Luke Headland. Maya Herzog. Amanda Hill. Hannah Hoffman. Ethan Huang. Samantha Helskamp.
Grace Humbarger. Brianna Hummel. Rory Hunter. Zainab Amadullah. Christopher Ivory. Arun Iyer. Jan Iyer. Lakecia J. Kumar. Akanksha Jin. Arpita Jin. Drew Jennings. Jason Jang. James Johnson. Akshidia Joshi. Clara Kantorsik. Jay Kapoor. Sajal Koshnik. Katie Kelly. Lucas Kent. Ian Kim. Samuel Kim. Allison Kleppy. Casey Kovarick. Chaitanya Krishna. Hannah Curran. Billy Latorica. Graham Levitt. Karina Lee. Michael Levin. Ashley Levine. Kate Levy. Leon Ling. Sarah Liang. Zongshu Liang. Annalise Litka. Justin Liu. Evan Liu. Vincent Liu. Costanza Lucarelli. Alejandro Lasenia. Elsie Lukens. Rinkai Lowe. Alec Medeska. James Mannion. Annie Martin. James Martirano. Lillian Mattis. Anna McCarran. Brendan McQuilkin. Ayala Miller. Eleanor Montgomery. Vance Morris. Maria Elena Nassif. Anna Nguyen. Olivia Nguyen. Tess Nielsen. Isabella Novelli. Catherine Akin. Ryan Ong. Shreya Pont. Miju Park. Matthew Paulo. Kate Phillip. Mariah Pinheiro. Adriana Polizzi. Tegan Posey. Jolie Pothier. Yuting Pu. Ved Radhakrishnan. Tavani Rajan. Maya Rao. Sharanya Rakishikaner. Peyton Reinbach. Eileen Riley. Ellie Reiner.
Caitlin Radican. Tyler Radican. Abigail Reese. Dominic Ritz. Nicholas Rodrigo. Zachary Roseanne. Isabella Rowe. Ramdan Russell. Isabella Salvati. Vincent Salvati, Hiba Samdani, Tyler Sanders, Georgia Scherer, Reed Scorzetti, Jack Semmer, Zachary Sarinsky, Ebethula Sheikh, Suleiman Sharif, Sohil Sheth, Theodore Samard, Kathleen Sissian, Ethan Sue, Henry Smith, Alexa Staunton, James Steigerwald, Aiden Stewart, Ava Steins, Hannah Storer, Lucas Sullivan, Aaron Sun, Annie Sun, Avery Sung, Charles Suzanen, Covid Tandon, Ariana Tanha, Anders Tebow, Catherine Tian, Maida Tomar, Daniel Tu, Vanilla Tumala, Ayan Umar, Juliana Urbina, Noor Usmani, Casey Veek, Rachel Vamula, Niru Vijaya Krishnan, Sarah Walheim, Alex Wang, Jonathan Wang, Arin Weil, Elizabeth Wenstrup, Caitlin Winter, Lillian Wolf, Elizabeth Walters, Ivana Wu, Colin Worth, Michael Shang, Emily Shao, Justin Shu, Molly Yablanovitz, Vincent Yao, Layla Yilmaz, Evelyn Yu, Cyrus Zanfard, Andy Zhang, Dia Zuz, Alan Zhang, Andrew Zhang, Hannah Zhang, Edison Zhang, Leah Zlatan, Tiffany Zoe. Congratulations to our 2021 National Honor Society inductees.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Richard Gusick, Superintendent of Schools, who will deliver comments to our inductees.
Thank you, Dr. Meisinger. Congratulations on your accomplishment. You are an amazing group. I hope you will join me in thanking your parents, teachers, support staff, administrators, board members, and community members for supporting your path to success. As I listen to the discussion about the pillars of NHS, it occurs to me that the qualities of character, leadership, scholarship, and service are needed now maybe more than ever. As we continue to adjust and readjust to outside circumstances that are new and unexpected, I invite you to take seriously the charge of your investiture and think specifically about the qualities of character, leadership, scholarship, and service. Because you're at a time in your lives when you're facing many decisions, great and small. And as you wrestle with these choices, I ask that you consider asking what I will call the second question. Because the first question many of us ask is, what's the best thing to do for me? And it's a necessary and natural thing to ask. We do so sometimes without conscious thought. But the second question is, what's best for everyone? If my choice impacts others, am I considering that impact? Your teachers make choices like this all the time. I remember doing it when I taught at Conestoga myself. It could be as simple as, do I give an essay test or an objective test? If I ask the first question, it's probably easier for me to give the objective test. I'm sure I already had one made up and I could grade them in no time. But what if I ask the second question? And what's better for everyone, in this case, my students? Do you need more practice at writing? Even if that took hours of weekend and evening work, I'd like to think that I made those decisions for the greater good of the students. Or maybe you already had 5 essays that marking period and enough is enough. At least I think I was trying to ask that second question about what was best for all, and I see your teachers making choices to benefit you and the greater good at their own expense or inconvenience all the time. I assure you that as an administrator, we do the same, often with no-win choices. Every time winter weather threatens, I'm reminded there is never consensus on whether or not to close school, despite how simple and wildly popular a snow day may seem. It's a decision I guarantee you makes someone unhappy. It helps me to keep things simple by focusing on the second question. Based on what I know about the conditions, is it better for everyone, families, staff, and students, to hold school or not? Even when the decision turns out to be wrong, which inevitably happens, I can walk away thinking I tried to do what I thought was best for everyone. And even when we disagree about what's best for everyone, the conversation is better if viewed through the lens of that second question. Meaningful discourse can then be held about what we think is best for students, or employees, or citizens, or our nation, instead of stemming from self-interest. The ability to engage civilly with those who hold different ideas about the greater good by seeking to understand rather than to vanquish is a hallmark of democracy. Scholarship, character, leadership, and service is your charge. As you move forward through the halls of CHS and beyond, please consider how asking the second question through the lens of each of these pillars can lead to outcomes larger than each of us. But tonight, enjoy this moment. You deserve this. It's my pleasure to introduce the president of the TESD School Board, Ms. Michelle Berger, for some final remarks.
Good evening, everyone. I know you haven't come here to hear me speak, so I will be very short with my comments. I languish in this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you as inductees this evening. It's my honor tonight to speak on behalf of the entire school board. And tonight, we celebrate a milestone in your academic year that marks years of hard work and determination. You and your loved ones should take great pride in this milestone. As you celebrate this accomplishment, know that in addition to your loved ones supporting you through the years, your teachers, your school administrators, and this school board has been there to celebrate you and to support you. They have provided you with the educational tools and opportunities to be academically successful. They've encouraged you to challenge yourself and to believe in yourself. Now, part of your responsibility as a member of National Honor Society is leadership and service. So look for opportunities both in your school community as well as the larger community in which you reside. Maybe even become a school board member. It's the greatest form of service. Enjoy tonight. We celebrate you, and we look forward to all of your future accomplishments. And congratulations to all the parents, teachers, and staff that are here to celebrate you tonight.
Good evening. I'm Rachel Reevy, and it's my pleasure as a Conestoga High School National Honor Society advisor to congratulate the 2021 inductees. Guardians and parents, I know this has been a long road for you as well, some of it more virtual than you probably expected. We appreciate all of your efforts to keep all of us going as well. Tonight, you should enjoy the pride that you are feeling in your child or your children. It is truly a remarkable accomplishment considering the hard work and the dedication that has gone into earning membership into the National Honor Society. Students, I look forward to working with each and every one of you as we continue to serve our school and our community. I charge each of you to look at each pillar that the NHS embodies and to continue to strive towards excellence in scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Just as the officers lit our candles to signify each of our pillars, you are also a light. And as we move forward, you are now a role model who will bring that light to the rest of our community. At this time, I would like to thank everyone who helped prepare tonight's event. Thank you to Dr. Gusick and Mrs. Berger, to Dr. Meisinger and our administrative team, Dr. Boyle, Dr. Storenchek, Mr. Bankert, and Dr. Jolly. And a huge thank you to Mike Baskin for filming, to Noah Austin, to Chris Nation, and to Mike Starner for helping to provide lights, sound, bleachers, all these good things for you all. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Barkman and Mrs. Delapalo for helping with preparing the program for this evening. And I would like to especially thank all of my NHS officers for their leadership and the huge, amazing, dynamic production that we had happen today to organize this to be able to happen in the time that it did. I also do need to thank all of the NHS members who came today to help set up the chairs. We had over 70 people come today to make sure that this program happened. So I have a huge thank you to all of the current members as well. I would like to also say thank you to Hannah Zhang for her wonderful piano performance for us. Thank you all for attending tonight's event. It's really great to see so many faces in person. I really appreciate it especially. One thing as you guys are leaving, you may take with you your cards that have the pledge with you. Each of you has received your certificate, your membership card, and your NHS pin. They're all attached, so hopefully you don't lose them on the way out. The sashes tonight are just for induction. You will get your real own sash when you graduate so that you have it for graduation. So there are boxes at the exit for you to drop off those sashes on the way out. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you for your attendance. Hopefully you didn't freeze in the bleachers, but we are so glad to have this in person and for all of you to be here. Thank you. Congratulations to all of my inductees.